there, friends. Welcome back to my channel. It's Amy here, and I am really excited, to scrapbook these photos, which were taken back in 2018 when Charleston, South Carolina got about 7 inches of snow. Yes, you heard that correctly. We had a major snowstorm, and this happened right after Christmas, the beginning of January, and I was in heaven. Those of you who may not already know, I grew up in New England, so I grew up having 4 glorious seasons, and living down here in the South, while I love the spring and the summer here in Charleston, the fall and the winter are not my favorite in Charleston. So this was an extra special couple of days, and what was really neat was Charleston is not equipped to handle that much snow, so everything shut down. We don't have salt trucks or any of that, so the snow stayed fluffy white for several days, and it was truly a winter wonderland. So I am really excited to document these, and I'm excited because I am collaborating with my good friend Tanya Roberts, and we are both going to use a pattern in the volume 6 Make It From Your Heart sketchbook from Close to My Heart. This debuted on September 1st, and we are going to use pattern 17 to document our photos in our story, and we are also going to use the Silver Bells collection that also debuted on November 1st. So it is found in our November-December idea book, and this is a collection of neutrals, which is really fantastic because you can add whatever colors you want to this, and you don't have to worry about it clashing with your photos. So there are stamps involved in this collection. There is a scrapbooking workshop kit. There's a card making workshop kit. There is also some sparkly dots. There's a digital art collection, and you can of course get the pattern paper and sticker sheet and coordinating cardstocks. So the other thing that I am choosing to use in my documentation is some of the Story Deck cards that Close to My Heart has collaborate with Stacy in. And if you've been following me for a while, you know that every month I like to deal myself a set of cards. There's 4 different categories: the Ready card, the Set card, the Go card, and the Bonus card. And so the cards that I drew for Ready was seasons. So seasons, winter is our seasons. My Set card is a 1-word title. My Go card is one big photo, and here is a 5x7 photo, and I'm actually going to alter the pattern in the sketchbook a little bit. On the left side, you can see they use 2 4x6 photos and then a 3x4 photo, and I'm thinking I'm going to just use one 5x7 photo here where these 2 4x6 photos are. So when you're using these sketchbooks, don't be afraid to use them as a starting off point and then kind of, you know, change them up a little bit and put your own flair to them. And then the bonus card is handwritten journaling. So those are my 4 cards. These are my rails that I'm going to try to stick to with my documentation. Here are my photos. So this is actually our house, and you can see here we built a snowman, and here is our snowman up close. And this was my husband and I right after we finished making the snowman. This is me when the snow started falling. It was pretty amazing because they predicted this snowstorm several days in advance, and then the day before they said it's going to start snowing at 11 o'clock in the morning, and by golly, it started snowing at 11 o'clock in the morning, and they were big flakes, and they were coming down fast and furious. So that was me, and it was funny because we were driving home from Christmas in Connecticut, and schools were getting canceled, everything was getting shut down. And that year in Connecticut, we had a green Christmas. We had absolutely no snow. And then we came home and we got our Christmas snow. So this is our cul-de-sac, and this is our house here. So you can see our street, it's not paved, and it was just truly a winter wonderland. So many people got out their golf carts and they tied trays to the back of it, and they drove their kids around in the snow, and it was just magical. And here is a picture of me with a bunch of snow on a palm tree. So I am going to share with you, I actually bought the Scrapbooking Workshop Kit. I like to buy these because even if I don't purchase or I don't plan on making the layouts that this kit comes with, you get this guide, and I love all of these layouts. But even if I don't plan on creating these exact layouts, I like to get the kit because you get a bunch of extras. So we've got our dots. You've got your place photo hair markers if you don't have your photos. You've got your sticker sheet, and what's neat about this is it's got some gold and some silver foiling in it. There's border stickers, there's big stickers for titles, and then there's small stickers for embellishments on cards and or layouts. And then we've got our gorgeous papers. So our papers are double-sided, and take a look at those zip strips. So there are two patterns. Here is the next pattern and the next pattern. So they're all neutrals, but they're gorgeous. And then you get some exclusive punch outs, and you can see these punch out very easily. So you can use these for embellishment clusters, you can use them on cards, and if you are going to create the pages the kit gives you the guides for, you can see that on the back all of the punch outs are labeled for what piece goes with what layout. And then you get some exclusive papers. So we've got this mink pattern, and we've got this pretty geometric pattern. And then we've got two of these, which I think are really pretty. And then you get all of your coordinating cardstocks. And remember, our cardstock is double-sided. So we've got the dark side, and then we flip it over, and we've got the light side. Some other things that I got out of my stash that I'm thinking I might want to use is the brand new Snow Cute. So this is a stamp and thin cut set. So you can see there are the stamps, and then it does come with thin cuts if you want. Everything that's highlighted has thin cuts. And then there are also coordinating stencils as well as an embossing folders. So these are those layered stencils. There's 3 sheets. That makes it really easy to create those snowflakes if you put them on top of each other. Hopefully the camera is picking up how pretty those snowflakes are. And then of course there's a slimline dry embossing folder, but just because it's a slimline card doesn't mean you can't use it on other size cards or on scrapbook pages. So I brought that in, and we might be using that as well, but we will be using this as our starting off point, and we'll see where we go. And I will list in the description box below everything that I use, and I will also link put the link to Tanya's video so you can see what she does with this pattern and with this collection. So I'm going to clear my desk and we'll get started. All right, so we are going to do a 2-page layout. I like to work on one side first and the other side second, but I brought 2 Versamats in here just to get started. And using our Story Deck cards, we've got the seasons covered. We're doing winter. And the one big photo, as I mentioned, I'm going to have one big photo here on the left side. I really liked this pattern that came exclusive in the workshop kit. And so I went ahead and I cut one sheet, and I am thinking that it's going to, on the left side, I cut it at 6. And I'm thinking I'm going to put that there like that. And then I took the other sheet and I cut this one at 8. And so this one is going to come over here like this. And then because there is red in just about all of the photos, I thought I would bring in some Scarlet Cardstock and bring in the Snow Much Fun or Snow Cute stamp, and random stamp tone on tone on these pieces of paper. And then I could put these here like that, and that will bring in some color. So let's go ahead and do that. I am going to flip my Versamat around to the foam side. I'm going to bring in my desk pad, and then we're going to take some of these stamps and just create our own pattern. So I'm going to start with the biggest snowflake. I've got my Scarlet Ink Pad here. And the way I like to random stamp, these are solid stamps, meaning that wherever you see the black on the carrier sheet, that's where the ink is going to be. And so I like to kind of twist, stamp, stamp, stamp. Now, if you're using a brand new stamp set, remember to season it. I usually rub it on my arm just to get that manufacturer film off of the stamp to give a more clear image. And then I'm just going to start in the center. And I'm going to use several different snowflakes. So I'm spacing these out quite a bit, but I kind of make a visual triangle. So you can see there's a triangle. Now I'll put one up here, and that will make a triangle. And then we can do the same thing down here. So I'll come over here, and then we'll finish off that triangle. And then there is a triangle, and I can do one here, but I think I'll save that for a smaller one. And then here is a triangle. And then we'll clean this off with our stamp chamois, and I'll bring in another size snowflake, and I'll do a little bit more, and then I'll finish it off camera so you don't have to sit here and watch my video. I do get people who say they like that when my videos are long and I show my mistakes because you like seeing the thought process, but then I know there's others who like short and sweet. So what I'm doing is just kind of filling in the gaps here, and then I think I'll come in with one last snowflake and add a little bit more. I did mention that I am stamping on the light side of this cardstock, and that is just allowing for the stamps to stand out a little bit more. So there is that sheet. Off camera, I will go ahead and stamp this one, and then I will be back. All right, so we got our 2 pieces of cardstock random stamped, and I like the way they came out. So now let's just go ahead and we'll dry fit this. And I was thinking that this would go like this. And then we can cut some of these parts and pieces So I really liked this. And maybe what we could do is maybe have this go like this to cover up that gap. And as we can see, it is too short, but if we take our photo and we put this here, I can cut this in half because where the gap is, the picture would be hiding it. So let's get a trimmer and we'll cut this in half. Let's see how, this is 10, so I'm going to cut it at 5. And we can have this go like this and like this, and that could hide that. And then I was thinking of pulling in the sticker sheet, and I cut this strip off the sticker sheet, and we could put that right there, kind of like as a seam. I thought that might look nice. Go like that. And then there are all kinds of fun die cuts. Now I know my card said a one-word title, but I loved this, The Magic of Winter, because this was truly a magical day. So I was thinking that maybe we could have the title up here. Maybe I could crop that, and then we could, let's see, maybe bring in some of these banner pieces. There's some darker ones over here. I probably should just punch all of these out. Actually, I think I like these two. So maybe I could trim this and we could have these coming out like that, I'm thinking. And then they have the little journaling. Maybe I could do the journaling strips over here. And then maybe I can add some more snowflakes, only this time stamp them in the charcoal. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do is trim this down and then see where we are at. All right, so I trimmed down that title, and I took one of my very old stitch scallop dies, and I cut the top and the bottom. And I'm thinking I'm going to have this go linear like this. Now remember, we have not adhered anything down yet, but I'm liking this for the first page. It really highlights the house with that one large photo, like the story deck says to use. And then I did go ahead and do some thin cutting of these snowflakes, and I thought I would stamp these in charcoal to bring out more of the gray. So let me get my stamps on a block, and I'm using my charcoal ink now. And let's see if I can do this on camera. So there's one, and then the other night we were watching the football game, and I just thin cut it, a whole bunch of them. I'm a little bit different than the norm, I think. I like to, oh, that's a really pretty snowflake. I like to do all of my thin cutting first, and then stamp them, and I definitely seem to be in the minority. Most people will do all their stamping and then thin cut. I just seem to have better luck doing it this way. Oops, that's the wrong stamp. In a minute. And I cut a bunch of these so we can carry this over to the corresponding page. If I can get the right stamp on here. So this is kind of fun. I can create my own little snowstorm down here in Charleston. These snowflakes are definitely beautiful and they ink up fabulous. So I'm thinking that maybe we could add one right here. And I did punch out some banner pieces. These are die cuts. And I thought we could maybe I'll trim this one a little bit and make a little cluster under here. Like that. And then maybe I could bring in some of those dots, the silver and gold dots, and put one in the middle. But we'll keep that like that for right now. And then we need something over here, so there's some more little banners. And I like the mixture of the different textures. So maybe this could go down here like this. Maybe layer those a little bit. Have them going in different lengths. And then we need something here to make a visual triangle. Oh, what if we added maybe a snowflake right there? So let's see. Maybe I could stagger the journaling, and one of my cards was handwritten journaling, so I could handwrite about our magical snowstorm of 2018 right there, like that. And I don't think we really need this one, unless, do we want to go like, maybe put that, I can 3D foam tape that. That might be fun. I think this is too big though. Maybe I could stamp another one though. This might be too big. Yeah, that's too big, but I do kind of like that on top like that. And then maybe I'll get another little one and we'll put it there so we have that triangle. And then this is also a die cut, and I could stick this up here with the date. So I am liking this. I will go ahead and get this adhered, and then we'll work on the corresponding page. All right, I got pretty much everything adhered down except for the snowflakes, and I decided to bring in another snowflake and put right here at the other end of the journaling. And then I cut out a teeny tiny snowflake from this set. It doesn't have a die, but I just hand cut it. I don't know. Now I'm thinking maybe I should keep it the way it was. Where did my other snowflake go? And then I did do my handwritten journaling, which is another one of my cards. So we've got 3 of the cards. The 4th card is one word title, and I kind of fudged that. I don't know. What do you think? Should we do it like that? Or I think I like my original plan. So let's go ahead and adhere these, and I'm going to pop the smaller snowflakes with some 3D foam tape, and I still have some of the dots. These are not available anymore, but you could use the the roll of 3D foam tape, or if you have any of the acetate and shaker elements, then those foam squares would work great. I like this mount it up. So we'll put these down. I did add the date there. Let's go ahead and adhere our journaling. I thought about possibly doing some sponging, but I don't think we need it because this has a pattern on it. Now, when you punch out your die cuts, if you get those little hang nails, you can just trim those little knobby things off. I am just using the Close to My Heart tape runner adhesive. I love this because it grants us a little bit of grace if we need to rearrange. And it is now refillable. So if I wanted to pick this up, I like to have my journaling kind of staggered a little bit. So I do this a lot, and when I use this tape runner, I don't have to worry. All right, so then let's get some of our dots. And I'm thinking I will use my white ones. And I'm gonna get my piercing tool. And the small one will be perfect. So not only are we using the pattern from volume 6, Make It From Your Heart, we're using the, oh, I was gonna put this on there. Oh well, I wonder if we can put that right there just to fill that up. I think I'll do that. We're using the exclusive pieces for the Scrapbooking Workshop Kit. And then we pulled in some of the red to bring out the red in the photos, as well as that stamp set. And I am liking the way this page came out. So let me pull on the stuff for the corresponding page and we'll get started. Okay, so I adhered my charcoal piece and my scarlet stamped piece, and I've got my other sticker border sticker, I should say, and we're gonna adhere this right over the seam. And I've got my Versamat to help me make sure that it's even, and I did not do that even. So let's see if I can pull this up, and we will try this again. I'm putting it right between the 5. And try this one more time. There we go, much better. Okay, and then if I bring in my sketchbook, there's 5 photos here. Well, I have 2 4x6s, so I was thinking what I could do is use these in place of 2 of those 3x4s and maybe have a flip flop. And then this 3x4 could go underneath it. So you could do something like this. And then I could have these 2 right here. Now these kind of get lost in the gray. So I did cut 2 photo mats. And I think that will add a pop of color. So I like that a lot. But then if we look at this sketch, there's like a banner behind those 3 photos. And so I looked, and I really like this because this pattern is over on the left side. but obviously it's too short and there's a scallop. So then I thought, well, what if we cut it and we had a little strip of scallop coming out of this photo and then coming out of this photo, and then I could take some of the inside and put it there. So let me cut that and we'll see what we come out with. Okay, so this could, remember I'm going to put these in a flip flap, and that could go like that, and then here's that piece without the scallop, so it's going to kind of look like it's one continuous piece of paper. So this is a way, this is a trick on how you can stretch your paper. And I really like that because it corresponds nicely with the pattern there. So I like that. And then I think it's just a matter of adding maybe some snowflakes. We could put a snowflake here because there's snowflakes on the other page. Let me bring this in. So kind of shows a triangle there, and then I do have some more of these bits and pieces from the die cut. Maybe we could do something like this, like right on the photo. And then this could be a flip flap, and I'll have to put a journaling thing there so that we don't see that. Yeah, I think I like this. All right, let me get this adhered and I'll be back. Alrighty, we've got this all adhered except for this photo. And I'm thinking that we'll put these snowflakes here. So let's go ahead and do that. And then we will add the flip flap. I'm wondering if I should do the snowflake right there. Let me bring in this one. I probably shouldn't have adhered that right away, but I can always reprint the photo. You know what? I like it here. So I'm probably going to have to reprint that photo, but let's just keep going for the sake of filming. So we'll put that there. I'm going to put this one on with a foam dot again, and then we'll add. I love these snowflakes, and you know, looking at them, I think they could be used year-round just as decorative pieces as well. So we'll put that there. Yeah, I like that. Now, I've got my flip flap. So I've got a 4x6 flip flap where the adhesive is on the short side. One thing that I like to do is add some adhesive to the back of the photo, so we're kind of gluing the photos together. I don't know if it's absolutely necessary, but I've kind of gotten in the habit of doing that. So then when we flip this up, we've got that, and we can slip this in the flip flap. Our flip flaps, close to my heart flip flaps, are fabulous. They're that thick quality like the page protectors. They're one of our top sellers. So that will go like this, but I want to hide the seam, and so what I pulled from my stash, I had this card left over from the story pack from the Story by Stacy line. So I thought this would be a good one to adhere right here. And then I thought what I would do is have the family jot down something they remember from this extraordinary winter week. It only lasted about a week, but I'll take what I can get. So let's adhere this. And then this is going to hide the red paper. And I didn't put it up here because what I'm going to do is slide this under. And I don't know where this is going to go in my album, so I am not going to put this in a page protector just yet, but when I know where it's going to go, then I can alter my page protector by cutting a slit in it so that this can come up out of the page protector. I'm pretty sure I've done that on video before. I will look and I will add a link to that video where I did that. But see, by doing it this way, then you don't really see that seam. And we can flip that up, and then the family can write what they remember about it, and that will just add more to my handwritten journaling, which was my bonus card. So there we have it. I don't think I need anything else because it's busy enough with all the snow falling in the photos, and we've got that real subtle design on that charcoal page. I'll bring in the corresponding page, and I really like the way, oh, I know what I was going to do. I pulled this sticker sheet, and I love the deer, and we do have a lot of deer. So maybe we'll do this one that doesn't have the holly on it. And I thought I could stick this right here to decorate that. And then maybe we'll add a heart. Right here, because it was such a magical day. Yeah, I like that a lot. So by adding that Scarlet Cardstock and creating our own pattern paper by random stamping tone on tone, that really added a lot to the photo, to the layout, and brought out the red in the photos. Added some stamping, added some fun embellishments that came with the kit, as well as the some of the exclusive die cuts. We did our journaling, and we started with our sketch. So I think I did a pretty good job following the steps, but making a few adjustments to make it my own. So don't be afraid to use the sketch as a foundation and then take it where you want it to go. I will leave all of the products used in the description box below. I will add Tanya's link to her video, so make sure you go check her out. She is a phenomenal artist. And if you struggle to know how to document your stories, I encourage you to pick up that story deck, because having these reels, guidelines, really helps to narrow down what you are going to do, and it's a whole lot of fun. I draw myself a card every month, and I tell stories that I never thought I would tell before, and I've been wanting to tell this story since 2018. If you like this video and could give it a thumbs up, I'd really appreciate it. If you view my videos but haven't subscribed, I know there are quite a few of you, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. That just helps my little channel to grow. Feel free to share this with friends and family, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Bye-bye.